Fast Celtic 4, Albion Sports 0. Adam, perfect end to pre-season, that surely, just before the start of the season next week?
For second half we played better. First half I thought we were poor. I wasn't happy with how we played first half at all. Quite a few things that we've spoke about, worked on throughout pre-season, I just didn't see them applied. And just the general application, work rate, intensity, tempo, all the things I expect to see from this team, which they've demonstrated they can do over a period of time, I didn't see, and that was disappointing. But I thought second half we were much more like it. We passed the ball a bit better, a bit quicker. Obviously scored a few goals, and the main thing is that we've managed to get some more minutes into everybody, but in particular we've got an hour into Jimmy, we've got an hour into Jordan, we've got 45 minutes into Kyle, and everybody's come through unscathed. So some positives, but a few things that we need to do better.
You mentioned Jimmy there, Jimmy Spencer back in the lineup, of course back scoring as well. What do you make of his performance?
All right, more to come. He's not done anything since the Brighouse game. He's done some strengthening work and quite a bit of running on his own. But it's just match time that Jimmy will need. But I'm not concerned. He signed for us last summer, and he played about 30 minutes against Clitheroe in our last pre-season game, and had 1 week of training. He did nothing else in pre-season. And he'd not played a lot of football in the season before he came to us. So he's had a full season of football. He's done more this pre-season than he did last, and he'll be fine. So he could have done things better, which he knows, but it was just good to get an hour of game time into him.
And we've got to mention Will Hayhurst as well. We used to see him play full-back, but he played further forward tonight and scored a fantastic goal. Is that his position now, in that more forward role?
It depends really. I think Will did brilliantly for us last year. Got in the team of the year. I think he was our second or third leading goal scorer, and got more assists for us than anybody else. He's a very important player for us, and he's one of them players. Well, you've got to remember when he came here, he was a winger, and wingers can be frustrating. Sometimes they drift in and out of games. They're reliant on getting the ball, and first half I didn't think he did enough, but neither did anybody in the team. Second half he played inside the game a little bit more, and he got on the ball a bit more, and obviously scored a great goal. Whether he'll play higher up the pitch or not, time will tell. I think he made that position his own last season, and obviously because we were in such great form and on a good run, we didn't have to change things, and it still gives us the option of playing in there. But we've also got Isaac, and Isaac's come back in pre-season, completely different player to what he came back 12 months ago, and maybe a year of him suffering through lack of game time has been possibly the biggest lesson of his career to date. And he's come back, different mentality, different application, and he's played well enough to play there. So we've got the option of both, but we'll have to just wait and see, won't we?
And this, of course, the sick friendly as well. Do you have more of an idea now of what side you'll be using for the new season and against Arlington next week?
Well, we haven't changed personnel a great deal. We've kept everybody from last season, and we've obviously added Jordan, Elliot, Tyler, and Kwame, who's joined us as well. So it probably doesn't take a rocket scientist to work out 3/4 of our team at least, but we've got great competition. We've just spoke there about Isaac and Will that can both play at wing back. Will can play higher up the pitch, but we've got Luke Parkin, Paul Walker. We've got Ben Atkinson away on holiday. He's back on Tuesday, who can play in a variety of positions. We've played Jordan there for an hour, and we brought Kwame on. Kwame did great at Harrogate. So we've got really great competition all over the pitch, and it's going to give me a few headaches, but the headaches that we need, because at times last season we were a bit stretched, and we did need reinforcements, and I'm pleased with what we've done in the summer, and other than the first half performance today, the players have worked really hard this pre-season, and they're probably, I think they're just ready for a competitive game now, like most players and clubs up and down the country will be. You do a few weeks of pre-season, you get fit, you get a few friendlies in, and you just want to play for points. So we'll get ready next week, and we'll see how we go on in our first game.
Yeah, and it couldn't be better as well. The first game, of course, at home as well. What do you have other thoughts going into that game?
Well, Darlington are a big club. They've got a lot of very good players. They've got an excellent manager who did tremendously with Blythe, and he's brought a few of their players with him. And the brand of football that he had them playing at Blythe, I'm sure that Darlington will be very similar. So we know it's going to be a difficult game, but look, every game's going to be difficult, and we've got to remember that we're a good side. We're a good side. We might have a slightly different way of playing, a slightly different style to teams like Darlington, but it's brought us success over the last 2 years, and I'm sure that we can be competitive in the majority of games if we go on to play ourselves properly.